Hey guys, welcome back to the Propsmith. Now, I know that it's it's kind of dark outside. It's like 7 or 8 o'clock. But I had something that I wanted to show you guys. I waited till it was dark till I'd do it because it looks cooler in the dark. Now, one of my friends found this. It's not sure what it is. I'm thinking it's lead. It's super heavy. I went ahead and cut off a chunk and melted a little piece of it and got this. So I went ahead and cut off another half a disc, and I'm going to show you guys basically me melting it and pouring it into a mold. So I'll catch you guys after the title card and we'll get to it. Alright y'all, welcome back. Now this is actually a piece of a propane tank that I've cut off, and I've melted aluminum in it, so it's kind of worn. There's no holes in it though, so I figured it's alright to use. Now here is a better look at that disc and the chunk. Now I don't have any acid to test it, but I know that it has an insanely low melting point. So we're going to go ahead and toss this in here, hook it back a little bit, and fire up my torch. Now I have the flame pointed directly at it. As you can tell, it sets fire to some of the carbonization on the outside, and I'm thinking that that's just dirt. But look, see, it's already starting to liquefy. And that's amazing. Now, my friend originally thought it was platinum, and I told her that she was freaking bonkers. Because her dog dug it up out of the yard. So, she thinks it's silver now. But I'm not so sure. Because, see, right on top, there it goes. It just melted. Okay. What you guys can see clearly in the front is all dross, or basically it's material that is bad. So all this right here is dross. What is in the back here is pure metal. See if I can separate it without burning myself here. Okay, see? The bottom of it right here is still super shiny, but this part, all right here, is trash. It's basically, it's nothing. It's burn off. I want to say that it's the dirt and the rust that has gathered over the years. It's, this whole piece right here is basically just garbage. You don't want any of that. So we're gonna knock it off right here. Now this, though, if I can grab it, sheesh. I'm trying not to touch the can, it's fairly hot. This right here is rather interesting. Now this has none of the dross on it. One side is super smooth, and that was on the top. The other side is rough. Okay, here's the top. Sorry guys, I'm trying to move this from the camera angle. Now this is all super smooth, and it's solidified fairly quickly, so I'm not 100% sure on what it is. But I have a little mold here This is graphite. And I'm going to bend that up and put it in one of these. I'm not sure which one yet. Now I've already fired this, meaning that I have taken my torch and heated it up and evaporated all the water that was in it. If you do not do that on your molds, and you pour molten metal into a mold and there's water in it, any form, like any tiny drop of water will turn into steam and explode, and that gets hot metal everywhere, and that's painful. I have burnt myself with aluminum like that because I was stupid. Now this has already been fired. It has no water in it whatsoever. The air is kind of dry right now, so it should do all right. There shouldn't be any kind of moisture. So I'll get back with you guys once I've got this all set up to melt. Alright y'all, welcome back. Now, I was thinking that I was going to be able to melt it in this and pour it into that. Well, as you can see, it didn't turn out right. That's still a little warm. Actually, the mold's warmer. I've got little pieces over here. This is that piece of dross I was telling you about. If the camera will focus. Okay. You see how the top kind of looks like aluminum foil? And the bottom's all shiny? That's dross. Now, I know that this is not aluminum. It melts much too quickly, and it is much too heavy. This is super pliable as well because of how thin it is. Tomorrow, once I get off work, hopefully I'm going to be able to take this and get it tested, but I figured I'd give you guys a look first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this chunk here, hit it with the torch, see if I can melt it into this coin mold, and go from there. So let's go ahead and fire up the torch while the wind's not blowing. Okay, so that condensed down super far. So what I'm going to do now is just add these few pieces into the gaps. Like so. Set you guys up straight again while I light the torch. Let's see how this goes. I absolutely love the look of it as it's liquefying. So as you guys can see, it is fairly... Sorry, I'm messing with my torch. It's in there, it's not in the exact shape I want. So what I'm going to do is take it out, hammer it, probably fold it a couple times, get it best into that disc shape, plop it back in there and try again. So I'll catch you guys after that. Alright y'all, so that took quite a long time, and it's still cooling. Basically what I did was I held the torch around right here and heated up the mold itself, and since it's graphite, it holds heat quite well. Now what I'm picking out right now is I took this, which is just a chisel I've made, and skimmed it across the top, getting all of the little excess bits of impurities out. And that's just me, that's not something you have to do. Now if you notice, this marks super easy. So I'm about 70% sure that this is lead right now. Now, what I'm going to do is, since I've got a whole chunk of it here is I'm going to make several of these. And eventually, I'm going to use something like this, though not this one, because as you can see, it's got blue right there near the tip, which means I've ruined the heat treat. But since this is lead, I probably could use this one to etch my logo that I'm coming up with into it. Now, I figured that would be pretty cool. So once I get that done, I'm thinking that these, if I do a bunch of these, can be like, you know how at LARPs there's copper, silver, and gold? Well, I figured I'd do a copper piece, silver piece, and a gold piece, and then these, since they differ in weight so much than other things, these are going to be probably king's gold, and they're going to be worth 100 golds. Now, why don't you guys tell me what you think about that? It's just an idea that I've been bouncing around in my head for a while, and yeah, I know I'm just kind of scoring this up. I'll take the torch to it and make it all nice again. But if you guys think that you'd rather have these, like one of these as the contest, let me know, because I will certainly do that. Sorry, I'm just kind of trying to pick it out here. It's being a pain in my butt. I took off my glove, so I can't grab the mold here because it would super hot. Like if this were metal, it'd be glowing red hot right now. Oh, I almost lost y'all. Let's do this. Let's do that. Haha. Okay, I've got it free. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my glove here and pick it up. Maybe. Oh, and look at that. The bottom worked out perfect. Sweet. Okay. So let's zoom you guys back out. Now this is still super hot. It's warm in my glove even, and that's saying something. That is what I believe is a lead coin. It's not very big, like, at all. So it went from a little disc of this to a little disc. Oh, like here. Here's a hammerhead for comparison. This is my ball peen hammer that I use. So it's about the same size. I don't know what the size is on this. It doesn't say. I don't know it's an 8-ounce hammer, but for another size comparison, here is a pencil right next to it. Like so. So, tell me what you guys think. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more like this. Don't be afraid to drop a comment below. Tell me what you guys think. I want to know if this would be okay for a King's Gold piece in LARP, because it's fairly heavy. I don't know exactly how it is. I don't have scales, but there's that. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks.